call the member for Capricornia.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise today to speak on the government's 26-27 budget and what it means, or more importantly, what it fails to deliver for the people of Capricornia and across Central Queensland. Because let's be clear, when you look beyond the headlines, this budget follows a familiar pattern, big promises but very little for the region that actually power this nation. Regional Australia is not an afterthought. It is the engine room of our economy, driving our agriculture, resources, manufacturing and energy sectors. Yet time and time again we see budgets that prioritise the capitals while leaving regional communities behind. As my colleague, the member for Gippsland, has constantly highlighted, there is a growing concern that regional Australia is facing what can only be described as an investment drought, with fewer new infrastructure commitments and no clear pipeline of future projects to support jobs and growth. And unfortunately, this budget does little to change that. Deputy Speaker, in Central Queensland, we know exactly what this looks like on the ground. It means motorists travelling on roads like the Bruce Highway, one of the most critical freight and tourism routes in the country, still waiting for the upgrades needed to improve safety and reliability. It means local councils are struggling to deliver essential infrastructure because key funding programs have been cut or scaled back. And it means, quite frankly, that councils are being left behind. Local councils and community organisations are crying out for support to deliver critical infrastructure, yet funding programs have been scrapped, delayed or not replaced, leaving communities in limbo. We've seen regional programs axed, billions in promised funding delayed and councils left trying to plan their budgets without any certainty about when or if support will arrive. That reality is being felt right across Capricornia. Our local governments are doing the heavy lifting, maintaining roads, delivering community facilities and supporting local growth, but they are being asked to do more with less. And when councils miss out, it's not just the numbers on a balance sheet. It's fewer community projects. It's delayed road upgrades. It's missed opportunities for local jobs and economic development. It means industries like mining, agriculture and manufacturing industries that underpin our national prosperity not receiving the long-term infrastructure investment they need to remain competitive. And it means families and communities like Rockhampton, Yeppoon, Moranbah and Clermont continuing to face rising costs of living without meaningful relief that reflects the realities of regional life. Deputy Speaker, we know that cost of living pressures hit harder in the regions. People travel further, fuel costs more, services are fewer, and yet too often the measures announced in this budget are designed with city living in mind, not the unique challenges faced by regional Australians. Even where there are national initiatives, whether it's tax changes, health funding or housing programs, they often fail to account for regional workforce shortages, housing supply constraints and the higher cost of doing business outside the capital cities. Deputy Speaker, this budget does include significant spending across the economy, including billions for infrastructure and cost of living measures. But the question for my constituents is simple. Where is our fair share? Where are the transformational projects that will unlock growth in Central Queensland? Where is the commitment to regional roads, regional rail and regional connectivity? Where is the long-term vision for the communities that keep this country running? Because without that vision, we risk falling behind. Deputy Speaker, Central Queensland is not asking for special treatment. We are asking for fair treatment. We are asking for investment that recognises our contribution to the nation's economy. We are asking for policies that support local jobs, strengthen local industries and build stronger, more resilient regional communities. And we are asking for a government that understands that when regional Australia succeeds, the entire nation succeeds. Deputy Speaker, we should be investing in our regions, not overlooking them. We should be building infrastructure pipelines, not allowing them to dry up. And we should be backing regional Australia, not taking them for granted. So when we look at the budget in more detail, we need to ask, where is the money for projects like Rockhampton Airport? This is something that the Coalition made a commitment to last election. This has the potential for international exports, tourism, more defence in Central Queensland. We have Shellwater Bay sitting on our doorstep, and we have been ignored. The Rockhampton Ring Road was something that we had to fight enormously for. We had people coming down here fighting for it, a $1.8 billion project that's transforming for Central Queensland. Rockhampton Yeppoon Road, it was something that just recently opened, but we had to fight for the funding like that. So what is missing in this budget? Upgrades to the Bruce Highway. We see that the Treasurer says, oh, we've put $1 billion extra into the Bruce. Well, where? Down the southeast corner, around the capital cities. Nothing. No, not in your patch, not in my patch, not between Rockhampton and Mackay, that's for certain. And the amount of traffic that we have on there, the trucks, the tourism, the military are enormous, and we keep missing out. The Peak Downs Highway. Now, this is a major highway that has accesses the minefields of Central Queensland, the coalfields, and nothing for that either. So the wealth of the nation once again comes from areas like this. So today I had a phone call from a very distressed constituent, very upset about these tax changes. They'd lost hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight in their share portfolio that they used instead of their superannuation. We saw a major drop yesterday in our banks. This is horrendous what is going on. People have worked hard all their lives, and now this is being ripped away by this government. It's an absolute disgrace. The people of Capricornia and the people of Australia deserve more than words and more than what has been offered in this budget speech. They deserve action, and until we get it, I will continue to stand in this place and fight for them. Thank you.